John 19, 31 to 42. And it reads, "The Jews therefore, because it was the preparation that the bodies should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day, for that Sabbath day was an high day, besought Pilate that the legs might be broken and that they might be taken down. Then came the soldiers and broke the legs of the first and of the other which was crucified with him. But when they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they brake not his legs. But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood and water. And he that saw it bare record, and his record is true. And he knoweth that he said the truth, that he might believe. For these things were done, that the scripture would be fulfilled. A bone of him shall not be broken. And again, another scripture says, they shall look on him whom they pierced. And after this, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Jesus, but secretly for fear of the Jews, besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Jesus, and Pilate gave him leave. He came therefore and took the body of Jesus. And there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Jesus by night, and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 pound weight. Then took they the body of Jesus, and wound it in linen clothes with the spices, as the manner of the Jews is to bury. Now, in the place where he was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new sepulchre, wherein was never man yet laid. There laid they Jesus, therefore, because of the Jews' preparation day, for the sepulchre was nigh at hand. The burial. They betrayed him. Then Peter denied him. The trial that he went through, and you heard Sister Carol with the trial that he went through, and the agony. You know, there's a series on TV, I think, The Agony of Defeat. The agony, but Jesus was not defeated. But we hear the agony of defeat and the burial. Now, look at the hypocrisy of the Jews. They didn't want to, after they did so much to Jesus, and what makes it worse, they wanted the public to see that he was a criminal. So they crucified him between two thieves. Two notorious thieves that were terrorizing the community. They were stealing anything and everything. You know, they were terrorizing the place. And when you can place a man who has done nothing between the two of them, that is telling you he was the chief criminal. These ones, they were just helping him. You know? And they put him there between the two thieves. But look at the hypocrisy. They wanted to take them down before the Sabbath. So, you know, they could have done anything before the Sabbath. But when the Sabbath comes, they were the holiest of men. They were in collar and tie or in their robes, you know, sweeping the ground. They are keeping the Sabbath. But yet you just, you know, killed three men.
And later get you on
three men. One was innocent and you knew he was innocent. But because you said he claimed that he was the king of the Jews, he had to die. What did he do? Pilate asked, what did he do? And they fabricated a story. And story after story, as Sister Carol said, when they believed this one would not stick, they fabricated another one. But what happened? No? It couldn't stick again, and they fabricated another one until Pilate believed he was on the threat and he had to give up Jesus. Release Barabbas and give us Jesus. And they killed him. And they decided before the Sabbath they will take him down and bury him, or bury them. When they came to the first man, he wasn't dead yet, they broke his leg. The second one, they broke his leg. When they came to Jesus, he was dead. And you know why he was dead? Because the scripture had to be fulfilled. What did the scripture say? Not one bone of his bone will be broken. And why? And what scripture said so? What scripture? Let us see what scripture said so. Not one bone of his bone will be. Psalm 34:20. Look at Psalm 34, verse 20. And if you get it, read it. If you can read it, read it. Psalm 34, verse 20. And you will see that